It was an ending not many people get to see in their lifetime, but Philip Nam's walk-off grand slam in Game 4 in the Lord's Series against the Terriers lifted Kenyon to a perfect 4-0 weekend against Hiram and got him in good position in NCAC standings. And we're joined today by head coach Matt Burdette. All right, Coach, I had a gut feeling. I came down to the dugout in that 8th inning at first and then came back in the 9th, and here we go. We get bases loaded, and Philip just smokes one over the center field wall, which that's not going to happen too often. What were your thoughts just heading into the game? And obviously to come out like that, to get 4 victories against an opponent, regardless who it is very difficult.
Yeah, it is difficult. Winning 4 games, over a 2-day span. And again, it wasn't easy. Game 1, we were down 6-1 and battled back. Game 2 and Game 3, we kind of maybe not coasted, but felt like we were in control of those 2 games. And then in the last one, we just kept getting runners on. We couldn't cash in until the very end. We had left 15 runners on through the first 8 innings. Okay. So we had chances and took one swing, and we were able to sweep the series.
And Q, he's had some success the last couple of years against the Terriers, but when you're in that moment, you got to rise to the occasion, and not too often you see that happen. You saw it one other time as a baseball player. Would you mind just letting the folks back at home a previous walk-off?
When I was in college, we were in an NCAA tournament game. We were playing Baldwin Wallace at Marietta in the regionals, and we had the same thing happen, a 2-out walk-off grand slam in the 9th inning, which was euphoric.
Yeah.
And then to do it on the coaching side now, to watch my players, have a chance to celebrate was really cool. So yeah, 2 times. One time is probably more than most people, and I've got to experience it twice.
My first, maybe won't see that happen again unless I stay around here, a long time. So let's switch sides to the stuff to improve upon. I know a few of the pitchers got out there and just didn't have it. That might be a little harsh, but we're going to have to get reset because the team that's coming in on this weekend is, the pride of the NCAC. It's Wooster. They're 16-5 on the year. What do you make of where the pitching is at right now? Obviously, it's going to have to improve for this 4-game series.
Sure. Starting pitching, I think, definitely has to improve. We did get a couple decent performances and one spectacular one out of Will Allen.
Right.
But on Sunday, I think our starting pitching only recorded 9 outs.
Okay.
So on the flip side, you got to think, well, the bullpen did okay. So, I was pretty encouraged by what we saw out of the bullpen. They had to get 60 outs on the weekend. That's a lot. It's a lot to ask of those guys. But they came in and did their job. And we talked about Muskingum a couple weeks ago where each of them went out and had an inning of work. Maybe that's something that really helped them as we don't try to ask them to do too much. Go out there and get 3 outs and then turn it over to the next guy. But yeah, you're right. Worcester's coming to town. We're probably not going to be able to have success if our starting pitching doesn't take us deep into games.
Those 4 wins this past weekend, really, they were huge. I mean, we get the Allegheny series doesn't go our way, but we come back with 4, and now we're right back in the thick of things of the NCAC schedule, our standings. How important is it for us to find a few wins? Obviously, we like to get a series victory over the Scots, but even if it's just a few wins, that's going to help us, from a few weeks from now.
Yeah, accumulating wins is what it's all about. Just trying to get yourself in position, stay mathematically alive, and we are.
Sure.
Really, it comes down to winning the first one. We can't really think too much. All hands on deck to try to win the first one, and if we do that, then I think that confidence breeds itself, and we'll play good baseball. Which, by and large, we've played good baseball. We've only been really out of 2 games the entire season. I anticipate that we'll be really good again this weekend. We'll be competitive, but it's all about that first 9-inning game on Saturday and see if we can get that one.
All right, 4 9-inning games coming up this weekend. We'll see you out at McCoskey Field.
Absolutely. Thanks.
The Lords will open play against Wooster Saturday at noon. The game gets pushed back from 1 to high noon, folks, due to some ominous weather over the weekend here in Gambier. We hope to see you out there, and if not, we'll have live coverage on athletics.kenyon.edu. For the head coach, I'm Clayton Kaufman. We'll see you next time on the KSC.